We're going to talk to a man whose parents once got so angry with the amount of time he was spending on the internet, they took away his games console and cut his access to broadband. Good parents.
Yeah, there were quite a few parents nodding when you say that. We're talking about JJ, or KSI, as he's known, going on to become one of the world's most successful YouTubers. Videos seen by hundreds of millions of people now. He's a chart-topping rapper too. Do we say chart-topping anymore? Morning, JJ.
Yo, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
What about that moment when your parents took away the console?
Yeah,
what about that?
Yeah, I kind of got a bit angry.
Do you know
Come
what?
on, just paint the picture for us. What room are we in the house? What's the situation?
So I'm downstairs because I brought my computer downstairs because I didn't have a TV in my room to stop them from me watching TV like late at night. So I'd bring my computer
I'm
downstairs.
liking your parents more and more.
And I would film myself recording games, essentially. And yeah, my parents would just cut out the internet. They'd just be like, all right, enough, and just take out the Ethernet cable. And I'm like, no.
I like them. I like them. We'll name check them in a moment. First, take a look at this journey from school dropout to, really, honest, I'm not underestimating this, an internet sensation. So, can I just say, Mum Yinka, Dad G-Day, brilliant,
Oh,
brilliant
man.
parenting, brilliant
they're
parenting.
So happy right now.
Yeah, well, no, they should be for many reasons, but they kept you in line as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So they kept you in line, gave you a good work ethic to think about, focused you, and you get to this.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
are you feeling about this?
Obviously, you know, it's crazy that I'm in this position. I never thought I'd be here, if I'm being honest. I thought I'd just be able to play a few games as a hobby and just make enough money to survive. And now I'm just, I'm just through the roof. But
What's the secret? Why do you think you've done so well? Because there are lots of people out there doing this.
I just work hard. I'd say I work 5 times harder than the normal person, just because like I'm in a position where I feel like I need to make sure I'm constantly proving people wrong. To show that I can do what people say I can't do.
So what was the light bulb moment that you realised that you had something special, that it could work? Because you say you would just explain to people. So you the games you were playing, and then you were doing little films about that.
Yeah.
That you're putting out there. You start to realise you're getting a lot of attention. And then what was the moment when you thought, you know what, this is more than just a bit of a pastime?
Well, to be honest, it's when I started making money. At that point, I was like, okay, this actually could work out. And then the amount of money I started making just started going up and up.
This is from a YouTube
From YouTube,
channel.
yeah, from YouTube videos that I would do. The amount that I would make just went up and up and up.
That's through sponsorship, is it?
No,
or
that's just through
advertising?
So ads on the videos that I made, and eventually, I was still in school. This is my second secondary school because my first one kicked me out.
Why were you kicked out?
Because my grades weren't up to standard. Yeah.
Too much time on the games.
Well, the thing is, there were other students that got worse than me, but they were still allowed to continue or redo their.
Shall we make clear to all of your followers, because you'll have a lot of young followers?
Yeah.
What's the message about school?
Well, the message about school is, obviously study. Make sure, you have that on the back burner. But, if you have a hobby or something that you thoroughly enjoy, make sure to keep doing it.
Do you think schools do enough to embrace the notion? So you have a thing that you clearly had a real gift for.
Yeah.
That maybe you were told, don't mess around with that. Whereas in fact, if it had been embraced in some way within the curriculum, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it was too early. Like, no one really knew what I was doing. It wasn't really a thing at the time. So with a lot of those type of things, people just don't understand. Same with like TikTok. I imagine a lot of schools don't understand what TikTok is.
Do you want to explain?
Let's be clear, because Charlie didn't know what TikTok was.
Yeah,
Well, but that's allowed.
In
that's
theory,
fine.
there might be somebody else somewhere who doesn't
There
know
will be
as
lots of
well.
people.
yeah.
Go on.
Well, TikTok is kind of just like a place where you just post videos and somewhat sync it with music. Sometimes you don't have to. And it's just like 15-second videos or, 8-second videos or 60-second videos of just random things from random people. And it's just hilarious or entertaining. And I don't know, it's just fast content that people just love to watch.
You've had such an interesting kind of progression from, posting from games.
Yeah.
You're singing. In fact, we'll show your new single in just a moment.
Sweet.
To boxing as well. But you're laughing. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Kind of.
Well, no, it was like, obviously, like, I did look ridiculous.
I thought it was very fetching.
They only told me, like, on the set. So I was like, wow, this is actually what I'm wearing.
Well, it was a bold choice, the yellow suit, but good on you. Can I ask you, JJ, when you spend a lot of time on social media, when you put yourself out there in a way, which is what you do, partly out there, you can get into trouble. Because sometimes you can get things very wrong, inevitably, and that's something that you've had to go through that experience as well.
Well, I mean, I feel like because everything's always out there, everything's always public, and you sometimes just never lose that. So like, there's a lot of things that a lot of people have done who aren't like famous, and you'll never know about it. Whereas if you're famous and everything you do is always public, so it's kind of hard to juggle everything and try and always be on like a straight and narrow, because we're humans and humans always make mistakes.
Are you reactive? Are you overly reactive, do you think? Or have you been? I
have been, especially when I was younger. I was very reactive, whereas now I'm a lot more relaxed. I feel like the boxing has helped me with that.
Well, yeah, you talk about. I wonder if you can tie that in, because in 2017 you took a break, didn't you?
Yeah,
a 6-month break, and you said you were anxious, you were feeling anxiety and drained by kind of being on this treadmill.
Well, I kind of just got to the point where I was just sick of social media, sick of posting, sick of doing anything online, because I just wanted time to myself, and I felt like I needed a break because I was overworking myself, and nowadays I know when to take breaks. I know to not post all the time. It's
quite interesting you say that, because I think anecdotally a lot of people feel the pressures of social media, don't they? I mean, yours is escalated massively. But would you say that to people? Sometimes it's a good idea to just, back off.
100%. Sometimes you need a break. Like I said, you're human. Like, you need, just to chill sometimes. If I'm being honest, you can't always just post everything, and you can't show everything about your life as well. You need to keep some things private.
Man with 40 million followers saying that is good advice. Thank you. JJ, thank you so much. Regards to Yinka and Jide as well. Thank them from me.
No
Bringing up a lovely young man. And good luck with the new single as well. It's called Wake Up Call.